the gong, not quite the gong, but deep sound. It just sounds like singing. It goes and going up and down in waves. Right. Yeah. I think it may be something in the, I don't know, I mean, I don't know if it's a psychic sound or whether it's a psychic sound and put on top of physical sound. It's like I can hear some beautiful sound of a very low beat, a low sound. A bit like chanting. Right, now I am being told that Aiton can now go and do his stuff. I also feel as if we need to go there, Amavati, and you need to trot along as well, Gareth. It might be difficult to work out a day or a time because it's not open on Mondays and Tuesdays, the place. It's open Wednesdays and Sundays. But I feel as if we need to just go and somehow just be, don't think we need to initially do anything there, it's just do with our presence. Oh, and the little elves would like to say thank you in person. And that sound now stopped that I was hearing. Right. Yeah, well at least I feel that Gareth, if possible, because I can see you and me there, Gareth's looking a bit sort of see-through, so I'm not certain. Whether it's like I feel it's more of a question mark whether Gareth makes it or not. Right, now Aiton, you want to know, what was, state your question again.
Yeah, I really want to know if you feel that I need you to help me to understand, enable, so I can be more precise in my action this week. I mean, it's been a year since I've been here with you, and I put flute a year ago in the spot you found for me, and I don't know really what happened to them, to the flutes. I have some feeling about it, but
well, have you been to look at them then?
I decided to never go back to a point. I mean, it's something that you need to put and go away.
Right.
But so I'll never go back to a point I've been. But it's very important to me to ask you as experts, do you feel that the old flutes had some energy influence, and you know, things really strong happened in London that year? Very violent energy, and I really want to know if you see some influence that...
Right, the thing what I'm getting is that you need to not get attached to them. You've said you don't want to go back and see them, so that shows you're not particularly interested in being attached to them, but it's like I'm being told, you just need to do what you need to do from the heart and let it be. It's like you're being used as a channel by higher spirits. Put them down and it's like if once you put it down, the energy is left there, whatever they do with the flute later. The energy is there plus the being that's attached to it. As they told me earlier that if a flute is removed, the being will remain there, and the flutes without the beings are worthless. With the beings, they have tremendous power. But having put the flute there, then the being goes there, and the being will remain there whether or not the flute does. And it's like there is a lot of, you might think of what's happened on this earth as being difficult in the last year, and the London riots are still in everyone's minds, but cleansing on our planet is required. Cleansing is not pleasant. It's like when you can stand back and see everything from a higher perspective, things are the way they need to be. It's like when you get to the higher levels, you need to be able to love the shit as well as to love the nice things. You need to be able to love the rubbish piles as well as the flower gardens. You need to stop judging something as being good and something as being bad. It's just like it all that is. But I do know from the world prophecies and everything, is that the Mother Earth needs to cleanse herself. And the cleansing process is like the riots were prophesied 2 or 3 years ago by someone, I mean, I don't know who, I mean somebody I know prophesied them 2 or 3 years ago. And all sorts of sort of still getting noises. It's like the tsunami. People knew right back in the 70s and earlier what was going to happen to our planet around now. We've all been, many of us been warned for donkey's years. The 1990s were going to be hell. And after the 1990s, they were going to get slowly worse up to 2012 when they were going to get better. And so, if you see that things are, cleansing is happening, that needs to happen. And I'm getting a sense that everything plays its own part in everything. So it's like your flutes play a part in everything. They're not the cause of any, the only cause of anything. They are part of the everything. And there are various other people doing other good things around the cities. Some sort of are doing it sort of in public and some are doing it more in private. But all these things add together. And it's like the earth needs, the truth of the earth needs to break out. So it's like, don't think of good and bad, just know that your flutes are playing a part in the whole. Put them down and allow their beings and the higher beings to channel into them and do what they will. Let everybody do what they want to do. What the spirits want to do is like, put them down from your heart where it feels right and let them be. Don't get too worried about what they're doing or what they're not doing. Your job is to make them and put them down. Your job is not to worry about them. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah, I do understand.
Anything else you want to ask? Because I think I've answered that.
No, I really thank you for your answer. It's really helped me, and maybe you have also something to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah, anything to add, Amravati?
No.
Gareth?
No.
It is like a wind instrument. It's like it's coming from behind me. Sounds as if it's something. Sounds as if it's. Sounds as if it could be traffic, but traffic doesn't normally sound like this. Can you hear it, Amravati?
But there are various sounds.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, I think it just maybe extra aware. But it stopped and then it restarted again. And now I feel as if it's just literally behind my head. I mean, it's to the extent of being slightly getting in the way. Right, now have you just turned something off just then?
I just closed the window a bit.
Oh, because it stopped at the same time. But as it was coming from behind me, it's odd that shutting that window should have any difference. Right. Just for my interest's sake, just open the window again, just see if it comes back. No, I just hear normal traffic now. Okay, you can put it where you want it, it's fine. You can shut it again if you like. Right, but I should just say that I find it getting almost in the way a bit, being able to hear it. Right, so I do feel as if we are perhaps complete. So I'd like to thank all the beings who've been here, the ones who are in the physical flesh in front of me now, as well as myself, the beings who came for the flutes, the beings who are in the other flutes, the angels, all the other beings that were somehow, in any way, connected to this work. I thank you, and we send you our love. So if we can get a candle and just use it as a closing down.
Here, this one was without fire all day.
It wasn't lit.
So maybe
So
it's,
no,
it need to be the one that close things.
No, it can't be. I'm sorry.
Can't
We
be?
have to one that's been a light.
Okay.
What about one of those on the Buddha altar?
Yeah, the
then?
Buddha ones will work quite nicely. Is there a bell behind you? Could you ring it, Gareth? The bigger one of the two. Go start the party, actually. Now watch Lincoln, watch Gareth so you know what to do next. And watch Gareth and Amagati. Can you hold it for me? So I think the
Just need to actually go through.
yeah, I think we need to just make another